Formula One is back. After 13 long weeks without F1, get ready, because starting this weekend with the 2024 season opening Bahrain Grand Prix, we will be in the midst of a Formula One season for almost the entire remainder of the calendar year. That is insane to think about, but not really unsurprising considering the 2024 Formula One season is about to make history as F1's longest ever season with 24 race weekends spanning 11 calendar months. Yes, 11 of 2024's 12 months will include Formula One race weekend events. Let's go! If the absolutely crazy F1 offseason we all just went through is any indication, this is going to be a highly dramatic season of Formula One that you will not want to miss. And yes, you will not want to miss this F1 season even if Max Verstappen wins every race, because it's not just about winners and losers with Formula One, it's about the drama, the prestige, the money, the backstabbing, the chaos, the scandal, and most importantly, cheering for anybody but Max Verstappen to win a race all season long. And I, J-Bone, will be with you all season long to digest, react to, predict, break down, and enjoy all that Formula One in 2024 has to offer, starting with this weekend's season opener in Bahrain. J-Bone! First and foremost, I need to give a Formula One public service announcement. In case you aren't already aware, neither this weekend's 2024 season opening Bahrain Grand Prix nor next weekend's Saudi Arabian Grand Prix are taking place on a Sunday like F1 races normally do. Instead, both the Bahrain and Saudi Arabian Grand Prix will be taking place on Saturdays, as will November's Las Vegas Grand Prix, meaning 3 of this season's 24 races will be Saturday races. This is pretty out of the ordinary considering there's only been one Saturday race held since 1985, that race being last season's Las Vegas Grand Prix, and we are tripling that total this season alone. Interestingly, these races aren't all being held on Saturdays for the same reason. The Bahrain and Saudi Arabian Grand Prix are being held on Saturdays so that the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix wouldn't interfere with the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. Ramadan starts the evening of Sunday, March 10th, which would have otherwise been when the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix took place. To avoid an overlap with Ramadan, though, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix was moved forward one day to the evening of Saturday, March 9th, and because there is a rule that states there must be a week between F1 races, the Bahrain Grand Prix was then also moved forward one day accordingly to this Saturday. The Las Vegas Grand Prix, on the other hand, is held on a Saturday because that is when race promoters believe that the highest number of F1 fans around the world would be able to tune in live with global time zones taken into consideration. And of course, to encourage more in-person race attendance, as Vegas Saturdays are more fun than Vegas Sundays. Real quick, if you're finding this video interesting and want to get my F1 race previews and recaps sent to you all season long, remember to subscribe and then toss this video a like while you're at it. I'm trying to get 1,000 likes on this video so that maybe Williams team principal and my personal idol, James Vowles, notices my existence for a change. Now that all that is out of the way, let's talk about the 2024 Bahrain Grand Prix and its circuit, the Bahrain International Circuit. The 2024 Bahrain Grand Prix takes place Saturday, March 2nd at the Bahrain International Circuit in Sakir, which is a city in Bahrain, which is an island nation in the Persian Gulf connected to Saudi Arabia via the King Fahd Causeway. F1 first began racing in Bahrain in 2004 and has raced there every year since, aside from 2011 due to the Arab Spring. The Bahrain Grand Prix has been the F1 season opening Grand Prix since 2021, a run that will end after this season, as Australia will go back to hosting the F1 season opener starting next season in 2025. The Bahrain International Circuit boasts 6 different layouts, 3 of which have been used in Formula One. There's the Grand Prix layout, on which the Bahrain Grand Prix is normally held and will be held this season, the Endurance layout, on which the Bahrain Grand Prix was held one time back in 2010, and the Outer Circuit, which was the circuit used for the 2020 F1 Sakir Grand Prix fill-in race. I'm sorry if saying the words Sakir Grand Prix triggered you, George Russell, but I hope those words made you feel happy, Checo, Ocon, and Strolls. Fun fact about Bahrain's Outer Circuit: because of its extremely fast layout, its lack of very many turns, and how fast F1 cars were back in 2020, the Outer Circuit played host to the shortest lap time in F1 history, Valtteri Bottas's 53.377 second pole lap time in qualifying. Before I go any further, I need to answer the question on everybody's mind right now: is the 2024 Formula One season about to be unwatchable? The haters and losers, of which there are many, are going to tell you, if they haven't already, that this Formula One season is going to be incredibly boring and not worth watching due to the current dominance of Red Bull Racing, who won all but one race last season and have won 39 out of the last 45 F1 races going back to 2021. But before you tell those haters and losers to shut their stupid little mouths, take a second to feel sorry for them for being unable to enjoy one of the most entertaining global spectacles simply because they are apparently only capable of caring about winners and losers and not the technological marvels, subtle nuances, and not so subtle internet-breaking dramas that make F1 the cultural phenomenon that it is. And after you do that, then tell them to shut their stupid little mouths. I mean, seriously, I cannot remember the last time there was sports news as earth-shattering as the recent Lewis Hamilton to Ferrari news, which just goes to show that F1 is about more than just what happens on track. Of course, we all want maximum chaos and as many different winning constructors and drivers as possible, but that's just not how Formula One normally works out, which just makes it all the sweeter and more satisfying when maximum chaos does occur. So no, the 2024 Formula One season is not about to be unwatchable if you are watching for the right reasons and looking for the right things. Next up, here are 3 F1 storylines to follow for this weekend's 2024 Bahrain Grand Prix. First and foremost, what will be this year's big Bahrain surprise? Every year the Bahrain Grand Prix has been the F1 season opener, there has been a hugely surprising result on account of season opening races having so many unknowns attached to them. In 2021, Yuki Tsunoda finished in the points on debut. 2022 featured a ton of surprises, including a Ferrari 1-2, a Red Bull double DNF, and Kevin Magnussen somehow finishing P5 in a Haas. And last year's race, of course, featured Aston Martin coming out of nowhere to score a podium finish and a P6. So what surprises are in store for us this year that will blow our minds and or have us rethinking the F1 pecking order? I can't wait to find out. Next up, the Bahrain Grand Prix marks the beginning of Lewis Hamilton's final season with Mercedes, the team on which he won 6 World Drivers' Championships and 7 to some people. It'll be a tall order for Lewis, but you just know that he wants nothing more in this world than to win just one last race for Mercedes during his final year with the team after going winless for them ever since Saudi Arabia 2021, sorry. Finally, I know you feel certain that Red Bull are going to dominate this season like they dominated the last 2. But guess what? Until the end of this race weekend, anything is still possible because we haven't seen the true performance level of any cars, drivers, nor teams yet. So folks, enjoy this race weekend of unknowns while you have it, because there's a pretty good chance that we know too much after this race weekend is all said and done. By the way, if you're in the market for some gear to wear while you watch F1 this season, look no further than the Formula Bolen merch shop. I have a ton of F1 inspired designs like this Paint F1 Team hat, this Go Tiffy shirt. I love this shirt. This is my best-selling shirt, oddly enough. I have a ton of F1-inspired designs in my merch shop that come in a ton of sizes and colors, so you're sure to find something you'll love. A link to the Formula Bone merch shop is in the description. Check it out if you want to support Formula Bone and yourself at the same time. J-Bone! Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Here are my 3 bona fide race predictions for Formula One's season opening 2024 Bahrain Grand Prix. We're back, baby! My first race prediction is that Max Verstappen will win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, before you get mad at me for predicting something so obvious and you go comment, "Boo, you stink, J-Bone!" Hear me out. I'm gonna make you a deal. If this prediction comes true, I will not predict a Max win again for the entire remainder of the 2024 season as a sign of goodwill toward the integrity of my predictions. I think that is a very fair trade and an honorable one at that. Deal? Deal? Deal. My second race prediction is that Charles Leclerc will finish on the Bahrain Grand Prix podium. Charles-Marc Hervé Percival Leclerc, yes, that's his real full name somehow, has 4 podiums in Bahrain across his F1 and F2 campaigns, including 2 wins, one of which came at 2022's season opener and was the setup for Ferrari's colossal 2022 letdown that I'm sorry I brought up, Ferrari fans. The Ferrari car impressed at preseason testing, actually setting the fastest lap time, even faster than Red Bull's fastest testing lap, and this, combined with Leclerc's past Bahrain success, has me feeling confident that Leclerc stands atop the podium either 1 or 2 steps below Max Verstappen. My third race prediction is that McLaren will not have both of their drivers finish in the points at the Bahrain Grand Prix. McLaren haven't finished in the points in Bahrain since 2021 due to a combination of slow starts to the last 2 seasons for the Papayas and Bahrain not being set up well for their car concept given its abundance of lower speed corners rather than higher speed ones. McLaren clearly are in a much better place now than they were at the starts of both 2023 and 2022, but I think the Bahrain monster is going to come after them like it always does and prevent one or even maybe both of their drivers from finishing in the top 10 on Sunday. I mean Saturday, sorry, still getting used to the whole Saturday Grand Prix thing. Also, I know that now that I say that, Lando's gonna be on the podium. Leave a comment with your 2024 Bahrain Grand Prix race predictions, and if I like them or hate them, I'll respond to them. But before you comment, remember to subscribe and then help me get this video to 1,000 likes by tossing it a like. Special shout out to my top YouTube channel members, Joe Max's #1 hitter Snow, Snapple Facts, Brian Linton, Daddy Fett, Wolf Loves Racing, and David Hake. Mash that join button just below this video to get your name shouted out right here in future videos, as well as a bunch of other awesome perks for less than $5 a month. And make sure to tune into my live streams right here on YouTube if you want a shot at a channel membership being gifted to you. Until next time, folks, J-Bone! J-Bone!